if you look at the NBA players and how much skill they have developed, these women are hooping. They're watching the same videos. They're going through the same coaches. Their skill level with a smaller basketball is equal to the growth of the men's game. But we don't want to give the women credit, like their ability to pass the basketball, their ability to shoot the basketball. They do everything but the NBA but dunk.
WNBA and viewership. We talk about a lot of numbers. The Caitlin Clark game had 2.7 million viewers on ABC. It peaked at 3.1. Now, we know that's nothing in regards to what does the NBA get, Drew? What's a peak? Like, what do they get in a regular season game?
No, that's a tremendous rating for a regular season men's basketball game. Anything except like NCAA tournament. That would outrank even a lot of the NCAA tournament games.
Okay, so RG3 and Ryan Clark are going back and forth with each other, and I'm not a big fan of telling people how to feel, but they seem pretty pissed off about Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and the argument they got going on.
Right.
And, you know, obviously Caitlin fouled her and they got an argument. So RG3 basically said that he tweeted that Angel Reese's actions seemed to stem from hate, jealousy, and resentment toward Clark. Comment didn't sit well. I'm sorry, resentment. And then the comment didn't sit well with Ryan Clark. And then he went back at him and said, man, a broader trend of denigrating black women.
Yeah.
You took the X further and add him to the list of black men who've adopted the corny trend of denigrating black women to affirm their choices. And then RG3 got mad because he thought he was coming at his wife because his wife's white.
No, he was.
Okay,
he's been married twice. Both of his wives were white.
Okay.
Just for information and context standpoint. The number one thing that RG3 did that was a mistake was he said that Angel Reese hates Caitlin.
Correct.
And Angel Reese is going on record as saying, I don't have anything against Caitlin. But I was in a huge basketball tournament last week, 60 and over. We ended up winning it. I made the all-tournament team.
Good work, bro.
And I got fouled, and I fouled a couple guys hard. And I don't think the guys responded to me because I was black, white, or like anything different. It's one of those things. If you foul a guy hard in competition, he knows what happened.
Correct.
So she responded regardless of what color the other person was. So RG3 made a huge mistake in saying she hates her when you don't know that. And then he said, I know hate when I see it. You might know hate when you see it, but you can't identify something from your TV screen.
Correct.
Like,
and you don't know the people, and they're not talking to you. You're not involved.
You've been in competition. So that was a huge mistake. Then Ryan Clark trying to, and the reason why I have an interesting perspective is because I was married to an African-American woman for 25 years. And now I'm married to a lady. She doesn't like to be called white.
Okay. She's not African-American, though.
She's
not that. She's not African-American. Yeah, she watches, so don't call her something she don't like.
She's Armenian.
Okay.
And I'm not making fun of that, but I'm telling
you're clarifying.
If she was here,
you're clarifying that she's Armenian.
Right. So when he mentioned, hey, you're not having conversations about black women at your house because your wife is white, his second wife, his first wife was white. Now, my wife is white. We talk about black women. Number one is because I was married to one.
Correct.
Number two, my daughter is one. And it's really a good conversation. So it's not like you don't have those conversations. For number one, Ryan Clark could be wrong in his assessment.
He might be talking about it. You don't know.
Everything we've gone through as far as social unrest, everything we've gone through as far as Trump, you think people aren't sitting around in their houses talking about different races than what they are, or asking questions? Enlighten me on something. Tell me something. So Ryan Clark, he was wrong in doing that because then RG3 took it as a personal attack. Now, the thing that people don't know behind the scenes is Ryan Clark and RG3 were teammates. on Washington.
Who don't like each other. Who didn't like each other.
I'm just going to tell you this.
Teammates.
Man, Ryan Clark is a dude.
Yeah.
RG3, I don't know what he is.
Clark's a dude. You're not sure what RG3 is.
I'm not sure.
Okay, got it.
And I could see why they could be like oil and water. Like I could see that. So not only were they teammates in Washington, but RG3 joined ESPN and ended up working with Ryan Clark a lot on Monday Night Football. So not only have I been around you in a work environment, now we've transitioned over and I'm working with you. And there's a reason, excuse me, there has to be a significant reason why a young quarterback who was the first pick in the draft had a significant enough career, but is young enough and healthy enough that he could still be playing.
He's not playing.
I was at a Rich Eisen charity event in Los Angeles, and we were running the 40-yard dash to running with Rich and raise money and stuff. Dude ran a 4.5. I'm like, why aren't you playing?
He still ran a 4.5?
No, he ran a 4.5. Because he was a track All-American at Baylor and everything. I'm like, why the heck aren't you playing? Like, this doesn't make sense. You shouldn't be talking about football. You should be playing football. So anytime that transition where you have a young player who should be playing, there's a reason why he's not playing, and then ESPN ends up letting him go. So Ryan Clark has all that information. So now we have this encounter. So Ryan Clark has a lot more information about him, and he has history with him. So then you can see that he definitely does not like RG3.
No, when he said he didn't like him as a teammate, he was straight up about, like, you weren't a good teammate. We were teammates, you weren't a good teammate. And then RG3 said to ESPN, what does he want ESPN to do about it? So ESPN needs to come, that's not appropriate, it's not okay. I just don't understand. I guess what I'm trying to ask you as a guy to been in the media, play pro ball, like I've learned over my course of time not to tell people how they feel, because it's how they feel.
Well, I've learned through mistakes on TV, doing things through the years. But even just me, like day-to-day life, like, don't tell me how to feel. Yes. And also, if you've never been in that person's shoes, you really don't know until they tell you how they feel. So you guessing that it's complete bullshit because you don't know. You've never walked in them. And I think the thing about the WNBA is, dude, this is really, by the way, 2.7. It's really good. This competing, it's like, can women not compete and then not hate each other? Like, neither one of them's ever said they hate the other one of them. No. Neither one. They compete. They both seem to want to win. But this is the thing, though. Why do we have to make women so different than men?
We don't.
Like, why are we trying to separate? Like, we never tell. Like, we don't care if a baseball player throws at a guy's head.
Correct.
We don't care. We don't care. It's like, okay, it's part of competition.
Correct.
They'll get over it, maybe a little dust up and everything, but they will get over it, and they will keep playing.
Dude, and the reality is the basketball that you watch now in WNBA, dude, it's good.
And
it's good. When people would say to me, being a Connecticut guy, they'd be like, you watch women's basketball? I was like, yeah, dude. Like, back a long time ago, you're talking about Sue Bird, Diana Taurasi. Like, dude, it was really good, and I don't think the rest of the country had because they were like, well, that's slow and it's boring.
Well, one thing that people are missing out on, the skill level
is ridiculous.
And if you look at the NBA players and how much skill they have developed, these women are hooping. They're watching the same videos. They're going to the same coaches. Their skill level with a smaller basketball is equal to the growth of the men's game. But we don't want to give the women credit, like their ability to pass the basketball, their ability to shoot the basketball. They do everything but the NBA but dunk. They do everything, their skill level, their ability to understand the game, play the game, defensive intensity, contest shots, all these things. The WNBA is at an all-time high. Now, what I don't want them to do is miss the moment because this is about people. I saw all those players play. I saw, Sue Bird, all those players, even going back to the McGee twins at USC and Cheryl Miller, the greatest player ever. All those players. None of those players were Caitlin Clark, though.
I would agree with that.
Okay? Like, I watched those. That was my era. None of those players were Caitlin Clark. None of those had the ability, and they didn't have the 25-year history of women's basketball now to be able to catapult them into real TV deal, real money deal, which y'all need to be concentrating on, not as if do they hate each other, is how the heck can our top 100 players earn $125,000 a year?
How do we monetize our brand?
We can't even dress our girls up every game, every day.
Well, they're going to change that.
They can't wear jewelry.
They're going to come start giving them some gear to wear because they should be. Yes, but no, they can't. They can't afford it. They can't afford to live in New York City. But you got to I agree with you. Monetization, and it's like, but don't let this spin.
You got the first woman, A'ja Wilson. She's got her own basketball shoe. I think they sold out in 3 hours.
Really?
Okay. She's back-to-back MVP, been a world champion, college champion. And now Caitlin Clark. Like, these are the pillars. Angel Reese, these are the pillars that you're able to build off of so that now that you can monetize it so that everyone benefits from it. Mm-hmm. Everyone benefits. Mark this moment and take advantage of it. It shouldn't be at conflict. These women do not hate each other. And is anyone going to discuss Angel Reese two-hand shove Caitlin Clark's teammate in the back to get an offensive rebound? Mm-hmm. Caitlin Clark responded to the ref like this: "You're not going to call that?" And then she went and fouled her.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Like, because she was sitting there and watched her. I watched somebody blatantly pushed in the back. Guess what? That's my teammate. I'm going to respond.
I'm being a good teammate.
And she did the right thing by walking away so she don't get that smoke. Mm-hmm. Angel Reese is not.
No, she don't want that.
No.
That's
and she did the right thing. That's good for her brand and everything.
The logo, but she don't need that. That's not what she needs. She's not ready for that.
Yes.
But also, like, I've never seen in the I've never seen the NBA, NFL. It's like everybody wants to jump immediately to make this black and white between two of them.
But this is the world people live in. Like, this is the world, because what you say, your collection of thoughts, what you say is who you are. Mm-hmm. And now everyone's got a podcast, everyone's got a platform. If you're on X, like I can do say anything. Most of these people's opinion, for years, we didn't care anything about, didn't hear anything about it. Correct. You know, so for me, it's just more people being invited to the party, but I still don't care what they say because they don't have anything to do with sport.
Correct. They have no idea.
They don't understand sport. It's just like I don't understand their office dynamics. They don't understand my office dynamics.
Correct. But you're not talking about their office dynamics.
No, because I don't care.
Because I don't know. I don't care.
And I'm smart enough to know not to be dabbling in other people's business.
I'm going to tell you what, I don't know.
That's the number one cause of death in the black community. It's not hypertension. It's not blood pressure. It's meddling. Yeah, meddling in other people's business, man. That's what it gets you whacked.
I didn't even know that. I'm insurance.
It's number one. It's not diabetes.
Man, I didn't even realize that, dude.
It's not drugs.
Actuarial scientist, man. It's not my. It's meddling.
Number one.
Meddling. Number one is meddling. You got to know that moving forward.
Meddling in people's business.
Well, a lot of people meddling in that business. You'll be unhealthy for them. Yeah.